All right, you guys let me know if this is working. It's TBD. That's pretty reasonable. So here I'm going to go ahead and attack that Karn. I'm going to go ahead and shock myself and play a Ranger Captain of Eos. I'll go ahead and get a Serra Ascendant. I'm going to force them to pop this Oblivion Stone. Okay, yeah. Basically, what was missed is that I'm in a league and I'm going against Tron, which sucks. And on turn 3, I had the option to Field of Ruin one of their 2 Tron lands they had in play, and they had a map in play. Um, okay, so here it's an interesting decision. I can sack the Martyr to gain. I'm not going to do that. Uh, the point is, I want to have 7 power in play to threaten this Karn. Okay, Worm Coil Engine. So they got what? 4 mana up? Okay, let's get a removal spell. Not a removal spell. It's okay. We'll go ahead and attack with everything onto Karn. No. Okay. Actually, got to think about this. Um, the fact that they have Karn and Oblivion Stone in play is a little awkward. Um, and the Worm Coil engine. I could get the Serra Ascendant active, then they downtick to kill it. This turn, they're going to put a counter on the Karn. I think let's see, if I block there to go to 4, and then I can sack. Yeah. All right. So I'll attack with all creatures on Karn. I'm going to sacrifice whatever gets blocked. Then Karn will be at either 1 loyalty or. Yep, so no gaining life for you, no casting non-creatures, not that you have any. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and gain 9 life going to 30. And I'll go ahead and put this Serra Ascendant into play. They can knock me below 30 with the Worm Coil engine, uh, giving me the option to either trade here, which might be the play. Yeah. Actually, if they swing, I'm not going to take it. I am going to take it just because I want to be able to attack the Karn with the Ranger Captain of Eos. Yeah, this just sucks. Probably not getting out of here. Yeah. Hmm. Actually, if I stay above 30, I can play the Ranger and get 2 Serra Ascendants. Sylvan Scrying. I wonder why they got a Ghost Quarter. It's kind of weird. Hmm. Yeah, I'll go ahead and trade. It just makes this Ranger a lot better. Because if I'm below 30, this, I mean, it gets bodies and stuff and cards in my hand to exile of the Karn, but as is, being at 36 just feels better. Okay, actually, yeah, Ranger Captain of Eos seems pretty good. Go ahead, get that into play. And get a rain. Yeah, that was wrong. I'm looking forward to game 2. I don't really have an incentive to swing here. It gets rid of one of the worms. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. Yeah, that was going to happen. He's going to Karn plus, get rid of my Ranger Vios. I'm just looking to top deck an Anguish Unmaking before they top deck some more gas, and then... Yep. They're going for it. What's this restart the game at? Minus 14? So it'd be a pretty sweet thing to start the game with. Not really for them, but you know. Ballista for 5. With Sanctum, going to get something. It's an Ulamog. We'll probably scoop it up after this. Alright. Let's go ahead and start the sideboarding. Alright, we're going against Tron, so we're going to want Castigates, we're going to want Cabal Therapist, we're going to want these Stony Silences, we're going to want this Weathered Wayfarer. I'll probably bring in the Hex Parasite, even though I'm not necessarily sure that's good. Can this remove Fate counters? It can remove Fate counters. And I believe, I'm not sure if this will work on Magic Online, but I believe if there's a Karn with a Fate counter on it and Loyalty, I can remove some Loyalty and some Fate counters. It's kind of cool. And then these are in the TBD pile. What do I not want? I don't want Sweepers. I don't want Elspeths and Sorens. I don't want a Kami of False Hope. I don't really want Winds of Abandon. Let's go ahead and bring this stuff in. Paths are kind of awkward. Paths are better than Orzhov Charm in this matchup. Game 2, just because they have things that are indestructible and make extra bodies. So go ahead and cut those. We'll bring a combo. And I can bring in one more card. Do I want this? Not really. Uh, that seems okay. This is pressure. Actually, going this into this seems reasonable. Soren. It's probably one of the Planeswalkers. Let's go ahead and look at the deck. Let's do one Soren, one Elspeth, and then we'll cut one path. Try to be a little more... whoa, what is happening here? It just shrunk. Oop. Oh, there goes the chat. I'm just going to do this without the chat. Would you like to play first? Yes. I've got a Field of Ruin. I've got a Martyr of Sands and a Serra Ascendant that might be active on turn 2. We're going to go for it. I'm going to run the Serra Ascendant out on turn 1 because they don't have too much removal, and if they spend the first turn removing it, they're not playing like a map or whatever. all I got to do is draw a white card, and then I have a clock. So you got to be a little more aggressive and a little less conservative sometimes in these matchups that aren't very good. Yeah, all right. We made. Let's draw that white card that I was talking about. Hey, there it is. So first we're gonna swing for the Miser's 1 damage. Don't miss out on this. Boom, 32. Let's get that Sarah Ascendant down. Next turn I'm gonna Ranger Captain for another Sarah's Ascendant probably. That way I can, or if they're threatening Tron, maybe I'll just Field of Ruin. Actually, if they're threatening Tron, maybe I still just play the Ranger Captain, sack it, and then see what's happening. Nah. I'll save the Ranger Captain for in case they have an additional Tron piece. So they got a tower. Awesome. Go ahead and play this Plains. Which one did they play first? They played Urza's Mine first, and then I played a Field of Ruin, and then they played Power Plant. I'll hit the Power Plant. I should probably do that during the draw step. Sorry, I'm not thinking too clearly. It's kind of a lot to multitask here. I'm not very good at it right now. Okay, it seems fine. Um, let's do it. If they have another Tron piece, they can blow up my crap. During their upkeep. Okay, so the route is to draw a Tron piece. Please don't be a Tron piece. Not a Tron piece. Sweet. Cool, cool. Just the way we drew it up. Do I want to change anything on the draw? On the draw, I mean, what am I even doing with this? On the draw, no, I think I'm fine. Just try to do that again. The sand seems okay. Got a Stony Silence, which can shut down some of their stuff. Hopefully they don't. They're mulliganing? Okay. Oh, they didn't mulligan. And they also didn't play a turn 1 map or a turn 1 Tron piece. That's a little weird. So my plan right now is to go turn 2 Stony, turn 3 Ranger, go get... I might go turn 3 Combo. It depends on what they've done, honestly. Okay. They're searching up the tower. Let's go ahead and get that Stony Silence down. I think the better play is going to be the Ranger Captain of Eos. Well, actually, I got this Anguished Unmaking. It might be better to play the What's a better clock? Yeah, Ranger Captain's a better clock. The only thing is like if I like draw, the reason to wait for this is if I draw like a Martyr or a Sarah, this can get the other one. So that's relevant. But also playing it uh, thins my deck out a little bit for whatever, like drawing a Field of Ruin. Hmm. Do I play this and then sack it proactively? So what could they have to punish me? They could have a Karn. I mean, they kept this hand knowing that it has uh, like it would be a little slow. So with that in mind, I'm actually gonna just go get this Hex Parasite, and if they play a Karn or an Ugin, my plan will be to try to eat it with the Hex Parasite. If they play an Artifact, Stony Silence is out. If it's a Wormcoil Engine, I have Path to Exile. Regardless, I have Anguish Unmaking, which is part of why I didn't play this swamp, so that they can't just like Karn downtick on my swamp. You want to protect the swamp. Sweet Oblivion Stone. And a nice star. Oh, this is looking pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and tack. I'm going to get a Martyr and a Sarah with that Ranger. I don't think they have a Planeswalker. They would have played a Planeswalker, so I'm not going to sack this proactively. Uh, if they like rip an Ancient Stirrings and go Ancient Stirrings, I might panic. But even then, like if they have a Planeswalker, I have the Anguish Unmaking. It's not really the end of the world. Let's just go ahead and present a clock here with these two. You can make an argument for going to get the Withered Wayfarer, but I think I'm doing pretty well right now, and I just want to close the game out before that stops being the case. 9 mana. I bet they have an Ulamog in their hand. Okay, so put them to 11. Play this Martyr. Go to 32. Play the Serra Ascendant. Play a Marsh Flats, and we're going to leave up Plains. I'm not going to run my Hex Parasite out. Well, firstly, it doesn't do anything because of this Stony Silence, right? Okay. May as well get the value here. And so now we have an answer for a big creature and one big planeswalker, or maybe more big planeswalkers. It's probably an Ulamog, okay. We'll go ahead and float a mana here. What are they going to get? They got another Ulamog. It's fine. We'll path here. I'm actually not going to crack this because I want to be able to protect a black source. Um, hmm. This Hex Parasite seems like it could be... Hmm. Do I want to run it out there? I need to leave up 3 mana so I can Anguish Unmaking the Ulamog. Uh, Yeah, I'll go ahead and play it. If they play like a Karn, it gives me an out because they like probably down tick on it. I'm playing the swamp because if they play a Karn and they uptick it, I would rather pitch the plains than the swamp. And they can't exile my other black source. Okay, goodbye Hex Parasite. Protects one of my lands. Sure, you have a Walking Ballista. I'm at 30. They don't have any more Ulamogs. Oh yeah, that's a good draw. Okay, their Walking Ballista is going to be tiny. I mean, not tiny, but like not huge. Anyone saying anything in chat? Nope. Cool. So Worm Coil Engine. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll go ahead and play the Ranger. And I'll get a Serra Ascendant, which is going to die to this Walking Ballista. But everything I get will die to the Walking Ballista. This at least requires 2 counters to die to the Walking Ballista. Maybe they'll make a mistake and swing with the Worm Coil Engine first. Ooh, it's an Ugin. This is not what I was hoping for. Yeah, this is just going to die to a Walking Ballista, so I see 0 reason to not trade it away here. Okay. Here it's probably better to actually just not do anything. I need to kill this Ugin before I can do anything with these really effectively. I know they have a Walking Ballista that's going to be at least 4 next turn, maybe more if they get a Nurse's Tower in play. I'm not at risk of dying immediately. I've got a couple turns to draw out of this. This is going to kill me though unless I answer it real quick. Oh, I'm not going to concede yet. Surprised they didn't ult this first. Ulting this first could like possibly activate Tron, making this thing a lot better. Like if they draw like 3 Urza's Towers, just seems a little silly. I might have even died, right? One, two. So wait, take 3, go to 12. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm not dead yet. Because he can't -2 this, which is kind of funny. He can't use this anymore. It's still not looking good, especially because they can just go Karn for the other thing and just beat me down with these. But hey, oh, they're not going for it. They're just trying to beat me down. Chump block, go to 1. Right on time. All right, let's go to the next match. I'm gonna check in with the Discord, see if oh, there are people talking in chat. Yeah, I can't see anything in the chat. Let's see if I can find a way to do that. Because this should be it. I don't know. All right, I won the die roll. I'm gonna mulligan that. This is better. Um, I don't know what I'm going against. I have 3 removal spells. I don't have a black source, so I'm gonna put that on bottom. Sounds a little sketchy, but I'm not gonna go to 5 over it. Okay, Forest Birds of Paradise. Oh look, is that the MTGO shuffler bug? I thought I scried that to the bottom. I'm just kidding. But anyways, go ahead and run out this Martyr. If they're playing a beatdown strategy, it's going to be good. If they're playing a combo strategy, I got the Path to Exile and the Winds of Abandon. So we have ways to not die immediately. What in the world am I going against? Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, so not me. Cool. We're going to go ahead and go to 32, so I don't have to worry about leaving that mana up in case I whiff. I whiffed. This Winds of Abandon, it's hitting the Liliana. See you later, Liliana. You can have 4 mana, guy. And I'm doing this because it's the sorcery speed one. I'm missing land drops, and I still have no idea what my opponent's doing, so the instant speed might matter. And this is my instant speed interaction until I draw a black source for those. Kitchen Finks, yeah, it's one of these combos. That's what I thought. This doesn't seem to be working. I'm just going to close that. Oh, wow, there are a lot of people talking. Why don't I see this in the... Okay, I'm going to pop this out again. Pop out. back. Come back, chat. I want to see you so I can actually... Okay. What is this? Carrion feeder. Cool. Got a land. Cool. We got a couple of people watching. Malira. So what I got to do here is path the Malira when the kitchen finks is in the graveyard. So like right now. Didn't my opponent know about this path? Seems loose. And they don't want to land. Or I'd probably say I have an Eternal Witness or something like that. This already has a counter on it, so Malira's not going to do it. Undying. Okay, what's this one do? Deals combat damage to a player. You put -1/-1 counter on target creature whenever. Okay. I'm gonna try to hit my lands and I don't know. We'll see where it goes from there. Cleansing Nova seems all right here. I know this is gonna come back, but they have nothing in their hand. Okay, okay, we're getting there. Just the way I drew it up. Do they know about the Cleansing Nova? They don't know about the Cleansing Nova. Let's hope they just, like, play another do-nothing creature. Uh-oh. Please don't be a Yawgmoth. Oh. Shoot. It's a Yawgmoth. Okay. Pay 1 life. You may sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter up to one target creature, and draw a card. Am I dead here? I guess we'll find out, right? Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to put a -1/-1 counter on something, and then get a snake, which will let them pay 1 life. So I'm probably dead here, unless they whiff 19 times, right? I'm going to pretend that I have removal spell that I can play right now. So that maybe they make a mistake or something. This could be an argument for... okay, so now they can draw 17 cards. This could be an argument for actually like not playing Cleansing Nova, because Wrath would be better here. I just feel like with a lot of the things that are going on right now, that having the destroy all artifacts is kind of relevant. But I could be incorrect about this specifically. They're going to draw 13 more cards, I assume, make a bunch of snakes. I'm going to draw a land and Wrath their board, but they're going to have 7 cards in their hand, right? Does Wheel of Sun do anything? Yeah, Wheel of Sun would interrupt this combo. Phantasmal Image, okay. Let's see what it is. Oh, that's sick. Because the Phantasmal Image can be... Wait, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, this has got to be part of the combo I don't understand. Because I was thinking if you make it a young wolf or whatever, you can like sack it, it'll have Undying, you can like bring it back as something else later. and it's also another, I don't know. Yeah, here I think if I'm either playing Wrath or don't miss a land drop or hit a black source, which I think I'm like 75 or 80% to have on turn two, which is not 100%, but it happens. Then this game looks pretty different. Um, okay, so they have 9 cards in their hand. Oh wait, shoot, I actually might die to this, right? You have what? No, I'm at 29. There's no way I'm dying to this. This deck is sweet. By the way, when I finish this league, I am going to play a match with that Slivers deck I was talking about, just because it's ridiculous. I don't actually know if that deck's good, but it's a lot of fun, so I'm going to play it anyways as a bonus round. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna F6. Okay, I'm taking 11. That's all. Okay, cool. Surprised I didn't draw 3 more cards. Rip. Okay, I'm probably dead now. Well, it's not specifically for affinity. It's for like what's that deck called? Like War Prison, Wurza, whatever you want to call it. That. Uh, then like the Urza Sword deck. Uh, Boggles maybe. Uh, I mean, but Wins is so good against Boggles. I don't really care about Wins. I mean, sorry, I don't care about Boggles too much. Wait, I'm dead again. Am I dead again? No. Yes. I believe I am dead again. No, they don't have a way to stop that. This deck is sweet. I'm just kind of gonna let it do its thing, and then we'll yeah, the feeder's gonna be pretty big. It's probably gonna kill me. Let's see what he neuroforms into. I just kind of want to see more of the deck, honestly. It's kind of, I'm having fun watching this, because I'm a sucker for silly combos. Blood Artist. Okay, now I'm dead. Begin sideboarding. All right. Did I cut the wheel? Shoot, I cut the wheel. Dang it! Why did I do that? It was because somebody wanted to see Kaya. Okay. So they can go wide. Do I want Ghostly Prison? I don't think I want the discard spells. Honestly, I think my main deck might be fine against them. Do I want this? This exiles the wolf. It exiles. Alright, I'll bring in Kaya, I guess. Uh, it seems like janky aristocrats. Yeah. Could this do something? No, probably not. They want the counters on stuff. Alright, I'm just bringing in Kaya. I'm going to bring out Kamiya False Hope because that seems kind of weak here. And let's see what happens. Yeah, I brought in Kaya because they have a lot of one drops and they might have like Eternal Witness or something. What? Why? There we go. Would I like to play first? Yes. I double clicked on accident. And whoops. Okay. How is Athreos good against Whir? Viscopa's great against like everything, but I'm not sure how specifically Athreos is good against. Oh yeah, Combo's great against. Uh, Combo like locks people out of the game fairly regularly. Uh, oh, you mean Guild Mage? Uh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Blood Baron of Viscopa. Blood Baron of Viscopa is my one true love. Doesn't die to anything except roast, but who cares? Nobody plays roast. Uh, let's get the beat down and draw a land at some point. I also wish they played like non-basics in this deck. Thanks for nothing, Field of Ruin. Alright, what's it gonna be? Liliana. Do I want to do this again? No, I'm not gonna fall for it. If they play a sack guy, um, I'll probably kill this in response to the trigger or something. Okay, what does the flip side of this do? Each player discards a card. No problem. Turn in non-legendary creature. Getting some Sorin vibes from this card. I actually like this card a lot. Uh, just in general. I just wish I could play it in a deck. Okay, so here, pay 1 life and sack. Do I care more about this Liliana flipping or this Yawgmoth? I think I want to path the... Wait, does this have... Oh, okay. I just panicked for a second, thought this had protection from white. It has protection from humans. You know, the other white. Oh, wait, and they have... Wait, no, because I can't... So I can't get my black source and have path up. So I'm going to go ahead and just gain a bunch of life and path Yawgmoth. I think the Yawgmoth's a more important combo piece here. I can, if needed... wait, did I fizzle the draw card? I think I might have fizzled the draw card. Ooh, I fizzled the draw card. They made a mistake. They should have not tried to... Okay, so we're each discarding a card. This Cleansing Nova is going to bite the dust. I'm not into it right now. It betrayed me last game. It's on the maybe block. Okay, okay. Not exactly what I was looking for. But I am going to run out this Ranger Vios. It's going to go ahead and get me a board presence. Thank you very much. Board presence acquired. They have 2 cards in hand. I feel like I'm winning this. If they uptick Liliana, I'll probably pitch the Wrath of God. Oh, I have black mana right now. I just don't want to Anguish Unmaking. Ah, shoot. I should have... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Shouldn't have played the Marsh Flats. Need something else to discard. Hmm. These Field of Ruins really annoy me. I'm not swinging with the Ranger because, yeah. Birds. Ah, they're going to copy my Ranger and go get some juice. They're not copying my Ranger. That was a flagrant mistake. Uh, sure. No more Anguish Unmaking. I'm going to go ahead and thin my deck out a little bit. Here I think I actually might just kill the Liliana rather than trying to... Well, I probably can't even kill the Liliana. Just because they have two blockers. That could be why they did that. It's not the end of the world. But let's go for it. There's an Amber Alert in Dallas, Texas. The weird thing about the Amber Alerts they give you when you're in Texas is so big that like it really doesn't mean anything to me when someone goes missing in like El Paso. It's like 8 hours away or something like that. This one's Dallas though. That's like 3 hours away, so it's still kind of like when I was in Rhode Island, it was kind of like more relevant. Oh shoot, emblem. Okay, I get why they were doing that now. But honestly, yeah, sure, go for it. I'm just gonna hit them for 15. That's pretty sick. Do I care about that? Guys, it's gonna uptake Liliana. Sure. Go ahead and get two basics. Hit them to one. No fetch land for you. They don't even get two basics. Okay, new information. Do I change anything? Probably not. This could kill Liliana. Maybe this is better than Kaya? I don't know. What would I bring it in? I kind of like everything. I want all the removal. I want all the recursion. Maybe Elspeth isn't that good here? Yeah, maybe Hex Parasite's a little better than Elspeth. We'll give it a shot. Why is it Magic Online, please? They're mulliganing to 6. I have one removal spell. It could possibly be more removal spells. I have all my colors. Yeah, this hand is not amazing, but it's like, you know. Why does it Magic Online keep telling me that they're mulliganing to 6? Maybe I'm just like misreading this and like I can't figure out what Magic Online is telling me right now. The London Mulligan interface kind of confuses me. Ouch. Oof. Yeah, but they don't usually have counters on Yawgmoth. And Yawgmoth can just sack something to kill it. Alright. This is not good, but do I want to go? Because I can only gain 9 here. I think what I'm going to do is just play this Godless Shrine tapped and pass. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm not in danger of dying right here, and that I'm aware of. Um, I'd rather just kind of play it a little slower, get a little bit of information. I'm definitely the control deck right here, right now especially. It's a sweet little value engine. I can respect this. If I can get to 6 mana without having to use this Winds of Abandon, that's going to be the goal. I know they have 4 basics now. Sweet. Did they miss a land drop? They did miss a land drop. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take Take the beats. I probably should have played Field of Ruin there. That was possibly a mistake. Just because it'll thin my deck out, and it'll thin their deck out of lands, and I kind of want them to keep missing land drops. So I'm going to take 5 here. It's not a big deal. Okay, we'll be at 10. Get a tapped Godless Shrine. Do I die to something if I just tap out for Ranger? Is it greedy for me to not kill this Vizier of Poisons? Screw it. Let's do it. So I'm at 10, so I'll get a Martyr of Sands and a Serra Ascendant. Oh, I got a discard. Should have counted. What do I want to discard? I kind of want to discard the Martyr that I just got, but at the same time, I could discard Sorin or a Ranger. I like Sorin a lot. I also like Ranger a lot. Hmm. It's a genuinely difficult decision. It's not the land or any of the winds because the winds is happening. It's just a matter of when. Sorin seems really good here. Yeah, I'm just going to discard the Ranger. Maybe I'll get it back later. I don't want to discard the Martyrs, just because they're going to keep me alive for a little while and also get this Serra Ascendant up next turn, unless they present me with a reason to worry about that, the stuff they have in play. Sorin does get Martyr back, um, but I'm probably not playing Sorin next turn. Yeah, I'll play this Young Wolf, or I'll block the Young Wolf. It's better than just taking damage. That's pretty solid. I'm just going to do that. Yeah, I'll run a Martyr out. Cool. Cool, Winds is active. So here I can start destroying lands. Uh, I can play a Sorin and go to... So I can go to gain 15, gain 12. So 12 puts me to 20, 15 puts me to... But then they know it's in my hand. If I destroy their lands, they're less likely to like do some silly combo nonsense next turn. It's not correct to do that. I'm just gonna play the Sorin. Could get back the Ranger for sick value, but not right now. Maybe next, maybe 2 turns from now. They have 8 cards in hand. Let's see what they discard. This turn I am for sure blowing up their lands. Ooh, I drew a removal spell. Sweet. We'll go blue first. Give me the white mana. We'll go green next. And I can play the Serra Ascendant. Yeah, which I'm going to do. Pretty sure they can't kill me next turn if I put down the shields because of the amount of mana they have versus the board presence they have. Does this have Death Touch? It does not have Death Touch. Pretty sweet draw. Let's go ahead, hit them to 8. And I'm going to get a Sorin. Get a Ranger. Go ahead, get 2 of these just in case they get a blocker. Cool, cool. All right. A little bit of redemption there. In the dark, this seems fine. I've got creature removal. I've got non-creature removal. I've got Rangers. And I've got Field of Ruin in case it's Tron again. Please don't be Tron again. Thank you. Not a Tron land. Not a Tron. Whew. I've never seen a Tron land play Polluted Delta or a Tron deck play. Okay, it's going to be an incoming Inquisition. It's probably Grixis Death Shadow. Kind of curious what they'll take. I think the correct take here for them is probably a removal spell, but Ranger Captain Vios, they don't really know. Yeah, they don't know what this is going for. They just know that I care about it. I mean, they might have read the article and know my deck list. Oh, man, that is so lucky. Maybe it's not Grixis Death Shadow. Could be Esper Death Shadow. Does Esper Death Shadow play this? Field? Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to play the field and run out a Ranger Captain of Eos. I'll go for the Martyr, buy myself some time. Field of Ruin's pretty good against the Death Shadow decks. They don't usually have too many basics. You can kind of run them out of their colors. Are they going to miss a land drop? That would be a real good sign for me. Alright. They're taking 1 to path this. Do I want to land? I think I do want to land. go ahead and get this Martyr out here. I'm not going to sack it. No reason to. I'd rather get over 30. Naked Snapcaster Mage. Just the way I like uh, them to not kill my stuff. I shouldn't say what I was. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about what I was saying. Never mind. We're gonna rewind. Naked Snapcaster Mage. It's not flashing something back. Yeah. Uh, take it. Inquisition. I'm pretty sure they're playing Esper Death Shadow, so I'm just gonna gain the 9 life. Maybe it was. Maybe I should trade that away. They don't have a threat in play. That's pretty good. Uh, sure. I could gain more life, but maybe this way they don't know what my cards do. And if I flashback, so wait, if I do that in the 2 mana, nope, I can't field their silent clearing right now. Because if they swing with the Snapcaster Mage, I'm going to block, I'm going to Orzhov Charm, and I'm going to gain 3 life. They're not running bolts or anything. Please attack, please attack. No, I'm not so lucky. Well, let's see what they get. I wanted to get this into play first so they can't just like sack it or whatever. I mean, I guess I could respond to the sack trigger. That was silly. I should have just waited to see what they got. It's going to be a Death Shadow, though. That's the only target in their deck. Oh, look. It's a Death Shadow. Actually, nope. Not yet. I want to go higher. Shoot. Now I really... Dang it. I want to leave up Anguish Unmaking. But I drew Sorin. Just have too much stuff. I have a hard time imagining myself losing this from here, but, you know, things happen. I am going to get... you can make an argument for just straight up exchanging this for the Ranger of Eos, but I think the smarter play is going to be force them to uh, run their Snapcaster Mage into my guy if they want to kill Sorin, because they'll probably go attack, attack, trade a Snapcaster Mage for the Sorin. Okay, they don't, they've had enough. They're like, dang, I wish I thought to play Sorin. Okay, Kaya seems good here. Uh, I like combo versus Death Shadow because they're trying to go low, and then it kind of locks them out of the game sometimes. They don't have a lot of lands, so that can be pretty good. Kamiya False Hope seems bad. Cleansing Nova seems insanely slow. They don't have that many threats, so Wrath of God's kind of... there's no reason to sack Ranger on upkeep, just because they're going to just play a Death Shadow, ideally. I guess it could stop them from killing my stuff, but most of their stuff's instants, so that's why I probably wouldn't do that. They could just kill it during my turn. It's kind of my thinking there. Okay, 2 cards. I like all my planeswalkers, even though I'm bringing in the Ghost Prison, just because Elspeth makes blockers. They don't really have a lot of ways to deal with a bunch of blockers. I like having all my removal against them. I could shave some Sarah's Ascendants, just because they do have so much removal. Um, you're not likely to get there with these like I did last time. I think their draw was just kind of a little anemic, so maybe I'll shave one of those. Um, hmm, maybe I'll shave them both. So I'm bringing out the slower Wraths and the two Serra Ascendants to bring in two Ghostlies, Kaya, and because these are kind of like Wraths, right? So they kind of upgrade from there. And then it's Kaya and what else did I bring in? Oh, is this just in my sideboard? I can't remember. Sorry, I'm not. Oh yeah, duh. I'm bringing in Kaya and two combos, and the other card that I run out was Kami. There we go. I figured it out. I know it's in this deck. I swear. Actually, part of it's that I kind of made some last-minute changes due to some requests. Got to get the Kaya in there. This hand seems solid versus Death Shadow. It's just a bunch of removal. And they're all getting to 6, I think, unless I'm reading this wrong. Now you want Big Eos because one, they can't Inquisition it, and two, it's attrition, and Death Shadow is a Jund deck at the end of the day. It's just like a really, really aggressive Jund deck. That's a sick top deck. I'm greedy, so I'm just going to shock myself and just put this Serra Ascendant into play. Maybe they path it because they think I'm going for the big thing. Because I definitely, if I top deck a Martyr, that'd be pretty sweet. Look at that. Getting some sick value. It's not sick value, but I mean, I don't know. I can't beat down with this deck. I don't think like paying life is free versus this version of the deck. I wish this was a white source. I really don't like Field of Ruin. I know I have to play it for Tron and like Manlands, but like Field of Ruin keeps getting in the way. If it was just like two more fetches and like two more planes. Hello, please don't have a way to pay a bunch of life and stubborn denial me. Okay? Sweet. Okay, okay. They could still have stubborn denial. Whatever. It's going to be active at some point, right? Cool. That way I can just play Elspeth next turn and not worry about it if I draw a land. That's not a land. What the heck, dude? I'm actually going to open myself up to them having a removal spell for my Martyr because I want to get them off double white. Dang, okay. Oh, sweet. Here we go. Hi, please don't have a counterspell, thank you. Oh my god. The original mono white planeswalker? Not really. That was a Johnny. But this is the original one that made Teenage Dave excited to play mono white control. Start making value, get a Myria up. That was the sickest standard deck. Is this an Esper Charm? Please be an Esper Charm. I love that card. By that I mean I hate that card. Uh, it's not. Okay, it's going to be on human or something. Yep, cool. That are all humans. Whatever. I'm still going for it. I'm not going to play him yet can just path this at some point. Could be now. Some point could be now. Actually, I think some point is now. Just because they're tapped out. They don't have any more basics. I still have a removal spell for whatever next. They don't have any counter magic. At least they're acting like they don't have any counter magic. They need to get a threat and counter magic. Oh, heck yeah. That seems like a pretty reasonable matchup. Alright. Gotta win this one to make our money back. Sure. Goblin Guide. We did it, guys. There's the Sarah Ascendant. Uh, what made me go ghostly? It was losing to Mono Red Phoenix 2 weeks in a row. I did 3-0 it at the GP, but the fact that I lost to it at all made me incredibly sad and ashamed to be a Martyr Proc player. I was like, this is not the dream. Uh, okay, do I shock myself here? I shock myself here. I got 2 Martyrs and an Orzhov Charm and another Orzhov Charm. This is a foregone conclusion unless they have a main deck Skullcrack, which I don't believe they do because they're tapping out. Alright, take my beats. Give me 2 lands. That's 1. That's 2. Thank you, Watsy. Okay, they're reading my hand. They're contemplating their entire life's existence. Uh, wondering why would I ever register Lava Spike when there's dickheads like Dave Cordero playing Martyr of Sands. Anyways, okay, burn. Um, versus burn. How do I sideboard? Do I side out? Do I sideboard? I think Kaya seems okay, I guess. Combo is amazing here. And I could bring in Ghostlies, but I don't really need to. Um, I'll clear out the Cleansing Nova and the... Oh, Elspeth's kind of slow here. No thanks. So that gets me to these two. Then the question is, do I want Wrath? I think I do kind of want a Wrath. Sometimes it's kind of nice to have that effect. But I do kind of want to try out Kaya here. She can maybe gain me some life. And also exile some other stuff. But it does just kind of seem kind of slow. Oh, I can cut an Anguish Unmaking. That's just kind of... versus burn, right? Maybe I can cut a second Anguish Unmaking and bring in a Ghostly Prison. Do this. And I kind of want one of these in case they have, like, Line of Punishment or something cute. Reign of Gore. People in my local metagame start playing crap like that kind of regularly. Um, versus burn. Yeah, this seems fine. I have a Martyr of Sands in my hand. The problem being on the draw and having to get to Ranger of Eos versus burn is sometimes you don't get to Ranger of Eos versus burn. No creature. Okay. Sure. If they play an Eidolon, I'm just gonna untap and wins it. Unless I draw a Martyr, then I'm just gonna play the Martyr. That's not a Martyr. We'll go get the black source. If they skullcrack me, I have Orzhov Charm. What? Another Eidolon. Get out of here. I'm drawing a lot of lands, which I'm not a fan of. Go ahead and get that Martyr. Just because I'm running kind of low on stuff. But this will block anything they do, unless they bolt it. Nope. Go into the face. It's possible I should have just, like, pathed here and not played this. This was incorrect because now I'm going to have to take 2 more damage. Did they play a land? I think they did. 4, and I pathed them once. Yeah. Oh, and there's the skull crack. Wait, am I dead? I'm dead. No. Yeah, I should have just pathed this. Okay, we'll win the next one. Wrath of God. Alright, so they have Skullcrack, which we're aware of. Does that change anything? Don't think so. Wait, why is the ghostly person here? Did I bring them in? There. This seems better. Because now I'm on the play. Stop doing this Magic Online. Would I like to play first? Yes. That's a mulligan. Why? I'm keeping this. Cool, I just gained 3 life. I go like land, land, I think I'm fine. Not the land I wanted, but it's a land, and I am going to use it immediately. I'm not gonna. I don't have the resources to play around Skullcrack right now. I'm at 25. They have 4 cards left in their hand. They have a Monastery Swift Spear in play. They have an Eidolon in play now, which does them more harm than me at this point. Oh, we're so good. This question is, they've been missing land drops. I don't think I want a path right now. I just want to get a blocker into play and get a Martyr of Sands into my hand. Seems pretty good. Also thins my deck out a little bit so I can draw another land. Or is it thinning if you want to get a land? What's the term for taking spells out of your deck to draw lands? Because this Ranger, not going to take 2. Going to get me probably 2 more Martyrs, for being honest. Okay, it's bolted. And the Prowess is locked in at 2. No, I don't want to win because they're missing land drops. Oh yeah, we're so good. Never didn't have it, right? Um, this can get a Sarah Ascendant, so... And it's only going to take one Sarah Ascendant to win this game. They have a Eidolon in play, so Martyrs are actually win conditions because I can just lock them out of the game. Oh, look. Ta-da! Yay! 3 and 2. Beat Burn, beat Esper Death Shadow, beat the Yawgmoth deck, lost to Tron, and then the first one, which was when the stream wasn't working, was to the Hardened Scales deck, which I lost to because I forgot that you can proliferate poison counters with the animation module. Because I was just thinking about the fact that it can do stuff on creatures, so that that was my bad. Okay, um, that's the only league I'm gonna have time for today. I will do a two-man queue with Soren Slivers because I'm an addict and this deck is stupid. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open it up just to show you guys how does this new interface work. Soren Slivers. Okay, what is this deck trying to do? Well, the answer is get this beautiful creature into play. What is this beautiful creature? Well, it's a vampire and a sliver. How do we get it into play? Well, there's a lot of ways we can get it into play. We can Goryo's Vengeance into play because it's legendary. We can Dregscape Sliver it with Unearth because it's a sliver. We can put it into play with Sorin. We can also Through the Breach. That seems ambitious. I'll probably cut these at some point. But you have a lot of ways to get it into play. You can get it into your graveyard with Insolent Neonate, Faithless Looting, or if you have Homing Sliver in play, you can Sliver Cycling this to go get the first Sliver. Once you have this in play, you just start playing a bunch of slivers and kill them when they all get flying in haste. It's a ridiculous combo deck. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty quick to play, so that's what the last round's going to be. Sworn Slivers, yeah. Let's do it. Let's also get this away so I can see the chat. Well, it's going to resize itself when it opens for real. Okay, this hand seems okay. This can get the big guy. This can discard the big guy. This can reanimate it. I don't like Squadron Hawk right now because the card is very low impact. And before, when Hogak was legal, everyone was trying to kill you on turn 3. Now that Hogak is not legal, uh, it's a little bit slower, but it's still like you have Mono Red Prowess, which has like gut shots, lava darts, and is trying to kill you on turn 3. You have uh, Devoted Druid combo, which is also trying to kill you on, you know, turn 3 and doesn't care about your 1/1 flying. It's really that a 1/1 flyer right now is pretty bad, as sad as it is to say. It draws you 3 cards, sure, and they are white, which puts them into your hand, which is good for Martyr, but like at the end of the day, they're just 1/1 flyers, which are not very good right now, especially given the amount of 1 damage removal spells that people are playing. It's just much better to have more rangers, which are higher impact draws and actually do things, and tutor for like martyrs, which keep you alive. And ranger doesn't die to gut shot. See, this is the sort of crap that I want cleansing Nova for. Of course, that now I'm not playing Martyr Proc, so okay. Let's go ahead and get this. They don't have any mana up, right? Does this deck play Simian Spirit Guide? Maybe, right? I'm gonna feel foolish if they Simian Spirit Guide sack a thing and then block my sliver, but this is where we are. I'm gonna get a turn for Morphon into play. The problem is I don't actually have a big sliver in my hand. Yeah, because they're all artifact creatures. So like this is kind of why I'm playing that, even though it did lose us one game against the Yawgmoth deck. I think it's worth it, the versatility, especially game one. Like if I drew like a Wrath versus this deck game one, it's like pretty much a dead card. I guess the best part of having two Goryo's Vengeance in my hand is that I'm not going to cascade into them when I'm comboing off. Because pretty much every cascade chain either hits slivers and then ends in like a Faith Slitting, which draws you more cards to like get you going into more cascades, or it's a Goryo's Vengeance, which maybe does something, but in this scenario, I don't think it's going to do anything. I mean, if everything goes their way, I'm dead on turn five, but not everything always goes their way. Um, you have Ranger Captains of Eos, which there's a guy that plays it locally, and he hates Ranger Captain of Eos. That seems like a really odd play. I would have sacked the Mox Opal if I was them. They probably forgot it's legendary, or need a Revolt trigger. I don't really know. So you Ranger Captain of Eos, right? So that can slow them down a bit, especially if you have. So I think like one game that comes to mind, I had um, two Rangers and a Sorin. So on turn three, I played Ranger, sacked it. Turn 4, played Sorin, down-ticked, got back Ranger, sacked it. Turn 5, up-ticked Sorin, played Ranger, sacked it. Next turn, killed my Sorin, got back Ranger. Like that, it bought me like, how many turns is that? I just lost count. It was two, three. So it was like four turns where they couldn't do anything. Okay, now they have one mana up, so I can't swing in for value. Okay, we've got one sliver. If I get Morph into play, this will be plus 1 from Morphon, plus 3 from Sliver Allegiance. That's plus 4. So that's going to be 5. This is going to be 10. And then Morphon is going to be, yeah, so that's lethal. I'll play this Bloodstain Mire and swing for 1. This has Menace, so it's a safe swing. Oh, they have blockers, so it's actually not lethal. Nice block, dude. I played the Bloodstained Mire over the mountain because I want to thin my deck out a little bit. It's gonna like whir. Whir doesn't kill me either. I mean, they're gonna get sword, right? And then they have one mana up. So they go to 18 and get 2 blockers. Okay, Morphin in hand. Please draw a first sliver. Thank you. That's not a sliver. Alright, let's see what I draw. A land. Do I even go for it here? Yeah, I know this is not Martyr. I already finished the league. I'm just doing one more for fun. I should probably change the title, but uh, the question here is they have two blockers. Um, if I swing at them for this one will be 9, that's 19. If they block those, take 4. It just seems kind of weak. I'm just going to play the Marsh Flats. If you want some Martyr tips, you can feel free to ask them now. Yeah. This deck is fun, and usually doesn't take as long to play as Martyr, so. But I don't have to fight through all this nonsense. Okay, how does this change? What? I guess they're just gonna get more stuff back. Just get more mana. Does this go infinite? I don't think it does. Maybe it does. Because they get back that, right? They add a mana, then they sack it. Oh. Oh, hey, Bard. Uh, since this is on YouTube, there'll be a VOD that'll go up. Unfortunately, it missed the first round and a half because the OBS setting for YouTube streaming is not the one they use anymore, apparently, or whatever version I'm on, so I had to fix that. That was my bad. I'm pretty sure I'm dead here. Okay, I'm going to concede because I am losing this homing sliver. Dang, that would be sweet. Okay. Yeah, no, they have too many blockers at that point. Okay, so this sideboard, the deck didn't doesn't like really have a sideboard, so I just picked all of the cards that I had for Martyr and for Ley Lines and put them in a deck. Uh, the rest of this crap, I'm probably not even going to bother playing. So I'm cutting through the reaches because they're useless. Yeah, I think they do too. I wasn't 100% sure, and usually I don't prematurely concede like that, but I don't think that matter. But yeah, like it. I wasn't gonna be able to fight through that many blockers given the way this deck works. Okay, 4 cards. So I'll cut like 2 Neonates. Um, one Goryo's Vengeance. And Cloud Shredder Sliver. That seems good though. I kind of want that to just like combo kill them. Maybe a Sorin. No, Sorin's pretty good. Yeah, Breach is pretty bad in here. When I actually like put some thought into this deck, I'm cutting that. I'm just gonna cut another Neonate. I like play a Homing Sliver or whatever. Oh god, what? Stop doing this, Magic Online. Magic Online, please. Okay, I would like to play first. Okay, this doesn't have any sideboard cards, but it's pretty good. Please draw mana. I drew mana. Um, I'll pitch one Goryo's Vengeance. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog in the background. He's confused about who I'm talking to. Alright. Let's see what gifts this sliver brings us. Sliver. I hope it hits a bunch of slivers and then a looting or something. Or maybe a stony silence. Oh wait, that one doesn't have cascade because this is still on the stack. It's whatever. I still have, a 2-turn clock in play. Faithless Looting in hand, another way to cheat another one into play, and a Stony Silence. What are they playing for that amount of mana? For those colors of mana? Duncan, what are you doing? Sorry, I gotta mute my mic. Okay, yeah, my dog's not doing anything. Okay, never mind. Sword. Cool. This has Cascade. I think of Faithless Looting first. This is going to hit a Faithless Looting, so actually maybe I don't. The reason I would Faithless Looting first is to try to hit a fetch land so I can go get the white source and play the Stony Silence. But at the end of the day, this is, what, 9, 11? So this actually is a clock. So yeah, let's go for that. Wow. And this gives it Unearth. Cool. They're gonna need something crazy to not die here. Cool. For 1 red mana, or 1 blue mana? I wish. Okay. So, I think that worked out pretty well. Let's go ahead and, get back here. Okay. This seems fine. I wonder what their answers for this are. It's probably like a bounce spell or something. Please. Please hit Morphin. I feel like with my hand it's like pretty resilient to Thoughtseize because I don't really have anything. That's in the graveyard, but that just doesn't really... I mean, if they have a Tormod script, it doesn't really do much. There's 4 Sorens in here. It's just a different Soren. Best Cascade trigger I've gotten probably was... I played a second first sliver, so it cascaded twice. and then it hit Homing Sliver into Cloud Shredder Sliver into Faithless Looting, which drew me into Sliver Legion and something else, but then the Sliver Legion cascaded into, I think, I don't remember at that point. That's pretty much the gist of it. They have a Tormod script in play, so I'm just going to hit them for 2. Get the value while I can. It's like a Thoughtseize that did 4 damage to them. Okay. So we have the combo. Yeah, this deck is pretty quick. I've gotten it on like turn 2 a couple of times. I've only played the deck for like 2 or 3 days. It's just like a fun deck. Um, Actually, I probably should have played the Homing Sliver because that gives sliver cycling. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna hold off to see if I can try to like come up with something to bait out this Tormod script. More, I mean, I guess it's slower than Grishol brand, but it has the upside of having so many redundant ways to get this into play. Okay, second Goryo. So I need a second land. Um, in that case, I'm just going to pass and Sliver Cycle again because I want to make sure I have the land in my hand before I Faithless Looting. Um, just so that way I know for a fact I'm going to be able to discard this safely. And this is going to go ahead and get a Legion. Okay. Yep. 1 card in hand. If they put a sword in the graveyard, which they're going to do, I might just try to go for it next turn. Hit the land between my draw step and 2 Faithless Looting draws. If I don't... Well, no, because actually... Crud. I actually need a second land. Oh, they don't have... I'm not really in a rush then. Okay. I actually... Well, I tapped my mana wrong, first of all. I don't hate this because... So I couldn't go for it because I actually needed 5 mana to be Tormod's Crypt proof. But this lets me discard and then immediately get it back into play. They can't do anything about that. So they're going to make what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to, yeah. I'm pretty sure I can win through this from here. Especially if I like cascade into a Stony Silence or something like that. These are going to give me all sorts of cascade triggers. Sweet. That's another cascade trigger as well. Black Leyline. Yeah, I can keep that in my hand. So, I don't want Morphin, and I probably don't want this Goryo's Vengeance. Let's go ahead and get this into play. Oh wait, shoot, that doesn't work the way I thought it did. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Um, Good job, Dave. I was like, oh yeah, it'll be on the stack like Hogak, and I'm like, no, it's unearthed. It's not what Hogak does. It's okay. They're gonna get 12 guys and probably so dumb. It's getting kind of late. It's okay. I'm gonna top deck Soren. Soren will save me. Wait, no, because I don't have the thing anymore. Dang it. What are my outs here? Oh, they got the Tormod's Crypt back. Yeah, I definitely punted this game, but it's okay. That happens all the time. All right. Now they have infinite guys, infinite life, and that's the game. Cool. All right. That wasn't nearly as cool as I was hoping it would be to show you guys, but that's all I have time to stream. So yeah, cool. I'll be in the Discord if you guys have any questions.